There's a battering ram at the door now. Aaron said, "Thank God I got my children away from you. Roll over, roll over." Everybody knows wholeheartedly. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I am not a Nick Rekieta fan, but I don't know him very well.
But Aaron was there. He was part of it.
No.
He was just lucky he kind of got out scot-free.
He got out, but he took his kids there. He did all that stuff too. And then I guess he had the wherewithal to get out of it. That's great. But, you left your wife there. But April is the only one without children, okay? He has children. Like, at least Aaron had the wherewithal to get out. And I commend him for that. But then to just be like, he'll be on a show being like, because this horrible thing with the hair follicle, like Rekieta's kid came back with like a bunch of, like, one of the kids. Yeah, which is awful. And to me, I'm like, Jesus. You guys know how I feel about that. I feel mortified about Rekieta. I've never liked any of that. However, for Aaron to be like, he's dramatically being like, "Well, thank God I got my children away from you." Like he's oh yeah, it's so insane. Like, you did this shit too. You did it too. You got out earlier. That's it.
It's just Aaron's personality that
he sounds like Jimmy Stewart.
Just all about himself at all times.
Thank God I got my children away from you. The children. I remember him telling me when he saw that clip, he was like, I really channeled Gino and his rants when I was going off on that. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, that's great, Aaron. That's great, A-Dog. You never know. No, I mean, they were all seeing each other nude all the time. I mean, and that there would be nothing wrong with that. And also I got some, I won't ever read any messages, but very good to hear from April. And again, I will address that in just a little bit, but I'm not going to read anything.
Keanu, he has been on your show numerous times where he never shut up.
No, I know.
Even in the beginning.
I know. You were not his
every single time he came on, I was just like, okay, well,
I'm leaving.
But yeah, I mean, because he just goes on and on about whatever.
No scruples. He has no scruples. Very odd. Very odd.
He likes to hear his own voice for the most part.
I know. So I don't know why he puts this man through the trauma. And who knows if he'll even pay the man, to be honest.
I mean, I'm sorry that you're like a blowhard, Aaron, but you are.
Speak the truth, Michaeline. Speak it. I know. No, yeah, look at him.
Those are the people that don't realize they have no self-awareness whatsoever.
Zero self-awareness. Look at his face right now. He's looking at himself in the monitor or looking at the chat or what have you, right? And has no realization or like no notion that Johnny Crutches over here.
The cherry picked parts that made me look terrible.
Right.
It doesn't matter. If you've seen them, why don't you explain what's in the documents? Don't be mad that they came out. Don't just be pissy that they came out. You certainly took a lot of joy and, you were elated when, you were on shows shit talking and talking about their mug shots and shit. All right. Airy poo. You're like, well, the documents that make me look like shit came out and they're not true at all. But the documents where that made April look mean didn't come out. I find that funny. Who cares? Is it true or is it not? Clearly, if it's not 100% accurate, something happened. And all right, here we go. But go ahead. And if April called you a retard, I 100% agree with her. So
didn't get that document where a woman called a small boy a retard, or the clips and everything of somebody talking about mass somebody else dies.
That was on your show. That was on your show. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me in the chat if I'm wrong. That was on your show. Are you insane? He's going to sit there like he sounds stuffed up, like he's crying. Well, they didn't say that, you know, the documents that where April said that this and that. Like, okay, that's different than you headbutting her. And again, if she called you a retard, Aaron, I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Sociopath. I'm the manipulator.
You're a sociopath because you don't even realize that Johnny Crutches is near death from depression from listening to you. Okay. Everyone here right now.
Who knew that Aaron's going to talk about The Godfather? So
yeah, like they all turned against me. So I'm assuming it's like, oh, I see what was happening the whole time. Like, I don't know, Nick.
Like he's Al Pacino.
Yes, exactly.
No, no.
He's not.
He's not even smart enough to be Fredo.
We were trying to be there for your dumbass. But you lied and lied and lied to us. And mommy, actually, Gino said something very telling. And this was weeks and weeks and weeks ago. He was like, I don't know what it is, but it's all going to come out.
Oh.
Aaron too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Because the truth shall set you free. The truth will set you free.
We were looking at each other.
That's the only way things are going to be okay.
We were looking at each other, watching him on these shows and going, he's enjoying this too much.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what to do. And then he was saying, I don't know what it is. The truth is going to come out though. And like the chickens are going to come home to roost.
Roost, that's true.
Now is basically he was manipulated and abused by these people. And now me and Gino are being manipulated and abused by them. Oh, the horror.
But I will say this. It worked on me for a while.
Okay.
So I can't blame anyone else for falling for it. Shit, man. I lived in a world, and I'll tell you this, addicts can be convincing and addicts can play great victims. And I had to live through it. But if you're a guy and you're 6'4" and you're a big, loud, brash guy, if you say
you're a big, loud, brash guy.
Well, I think maybe he just drove April to coke.
Honestly, what's worse? I don't know what is worse.
I mean,
like
she wasn't
being headbutted by a like violent dweeb or doing with people that you like. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
She was probably in hell with him.
Yeah.
And she just took the first way out.
And that's all, it's all
she wasn't
alleged. It's all alleged. I like you and Gino, but I'm kind of disappointed in the way you're handling this. If you were ever friends with Aaron, you should handle this privately. Here's my thing, Kiki's disco wedding. And I'll say this once and I will say it again. He didn't handle anything privately whatsoever. He went on show after show after show and was elated and, reveling in the fact that his wife was going through something horrible.
He started
apologies, but why should I be the bigger person? I thought he was the bigger person.
He started saying things about you guys before you guys started saying things about him.
Yeah.
So I think you have to defend yourselves. I